Imagine being betrayed by everyone you trusted, left to rot in a world that seems to have forgotten you. The ultimate despair. But what if that betrayal becomes the spark that awakens a monstrous power within you? Today, we're diving into the top 10 anime where the weak MC is betrayed but comes back overpowered. Stay with me till the end because number 1 might just leave you speechless. Ready to see what it takes to rise from the ashes? Let's go! At number 10, the rising of the shield hero. Naofumi Iwatani is thrown into a nightmare right from the start. He's summoned as one of the 4 legendary heroes, but unlike the other heroes, he gets the shield, a seemingly weak and defensive weapon. Just when he starts to get the hang of things, betrayal hits. Accused of a crime he didn't commit, Naofumi is ostracized, isolated, and left with nothing but his shield. No friends, no allies. The world turns against him. But here's where things get interesting. That shield, the very symbol of his so-called weakness, becomes his greatest strength. Naofumi begins to master the shield's powers, discovering abilities he never thought possible. But the real transformation happens when he realizes that the world may never accept him, but he doesn't need its acceptance to be powerful. His journey is about learning to fight with the odds stacked against him. Through his resilience and a lot of growth, Naofumi becomes a force to be reckoned with. And as much as the world tries to break him, it only strengthens his resolve. Will Naofumi's hatred for the betrayal cloud his judgment, or will he rise as the hero this world desperately needs? At number 9 is ReZero, starting life in another world. Subaru Natsuki was never supposed to be a hero. He's not strong, he doesn't have magic. He's just a regular guy, and that's exactly why ReZero stands out in the isekai genre. Subaru doesn't have the obvious power, but his journey is nothing short of an emotional roller coaster. In the beginning, he's betrayed by those he thought were his friends, forced to face his own death over and over again. But here's the catch. Subaru gets a second chance every time he dies, and every time he dies, he learns, painfully, that this power isn't a gift, it's a curse. But what makes Subaru unique is how he handles this burden. With each death, he becomes a little more resilient, a little more clever, and a lot stronger. The emotional toll of repeatedly dying and the fear of failure could break anyone, but Subaru's determination to protect the people he loves transforms him into something no one expected, someone willing to go to any lengths to save them no matter the cost. As Subaru's power grows, so does his inner turmoil. Can he break free of the cycle of pain, or will the curse drive him to madness before he can save anyone? Number 8 is the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. After a lifetime of being used as a tool, our MC, an elite assassin, meets a brutal end. But when you're the world's best at what you do, death doesn't end your story. He's reincarnated into a new world with the chance to reshape his destiny. He's given power, influence, and a new life as a member of the aristocracy. But while most would celebrate this second chance, our assassin has other plans. Revenge, betrayal, and manipulation are his new tools as he rises to power in this new world. He was betrayed by those he trusted in his previous life, and this new life is his chance for redemption or revenge. The world he's born into has its own rules, but with his previous experience, he's more than capable of navigating them. He becomes the ultimate strategist, learning to control the flow of power and using his knowledge of both assassination and manipulation to his advantage. Number 7 is the 7 Deadly Sins. Meliodas, the leader of the 7 Deadly Sins, is not your typical hero. He's the embodiment of wrath, but his backstory is one of betrayal and heartbreak. Betrayed by the love of his life and carrying the weight of his dark past, Meliodas is a character you can't help but root for. He's powerful, but his true power comes from his deep pain. Over the course of the series, Meliodas' journey reveals layers of his character that go far beyond his sword-fighting skills. The 7 Deadly Sins may be a group of outcasts, but they each have their own tragic pasts, and their quest for redemption and revenge intertwines in unexpected ways. As Meliodas and his comrades confront the empire that betrayed them, they grow stronger, both as individuals and as a team. The key to their power isn't just their strength, it's the bonds they've formed despite their painful histories. Can Meliodas and his group defeat the overwhelming power of the empire that betrayed them, or will their fractured pasts hold them back from achieving victory? At number 6 is Black Clover. Asta, the protagonist of Black Clover, starts his journey as one of the most unlikely heroes you'll ever meet. In a world where everyone has magic, Asta is born without it, but his lack of magic doesn't stop him from dreaming of becoming the Wizard King. His determination is unmatched, and when his dream is crushed by betrayal, Asta learns the true meaning of perseverance. When Asta finally receives the power of anti-magic, he doesn't just get stronger, he becomes a symbol of hope for those around him. His unshakable will to protect others, even in the face of overwhelming odds, transforms him into a true leader. But the journey to greatness is never easy, and as Asta grows, so does the scale of his enemies and the challenges he must face. Can Asta control his powerful new abilities, or will the dark forces threatening his world prove too much to handle? As Asta's power continues to grow, so does the danger. Number 5. Future Diary. Yukiteru Amano starts as a weak, introverted boy with no particular strengths, but his world is turned upside down when he's forced to participate in a deadly game with 11 other people, all armed with diaries that predict the future. Betrayed by those he thought he could trust, Yukiteru is forced to rely on his wits to survive. But his greatest ally, and his biggest danger, is Yuno Gasai, the unpredictable girl with an unrequited obsession for him. As Yukiteru grows stronger and more involved in the game, he learns that the stakes are higher than he ever imagined. The power to control the future seems like a gift, but with every victory comes the cost of another betrayal. The more he fights, the more his own moral compass is tested. Will Yukiteru become a true player in this twisted game, or will he be consumed by the darkness surrounding him? The path to victory is paved with betrayal, and only one player can survive. Fate Zero. Kiritsuga Emiya, a man caught between his ideals and the brutal reality of the Holy Grail War, starts his journey with betrayal already weighing on him. In the quest for the Holy Grail, Kiritsugu is forced to make hard choices, often sacrificing those closest to him for the greater good. He's not your typical hero, and that's exactly what makes him so compelling. Throughout the series, Kiritsugu's actions show how betrayal and sacrifice are intertwined with the concept of justice. His complicated past, full of lost friendships and brutal decisions, makes him one of the most fascinating characters in the Fate universe. The power he wields is fearsome, but his internal conflict about the cost of victory makes him even more intriguing. Will Kiritsugu achieve his goal, or will the burden of betrayal consume him? His choices will change everything. At number 3 is Yona of the Dawn. Yona was once a sheltered princess, beloved by all, but when her cousin betrays her, she's forced to flee from everything she knew. Alone in a dangerous world, Yona must find a way to survive, and in doing so discovers her own strength. Her journey isn't just one of survival, it's one of growth. Yona learns what it truly means to fight for what she believes in, and she does it with courage, even when her world falls apart. Her transformation from princess to warrior is not only inspiring, but her companions, each with their own scars, help her reclaim her throne. Along the way, she learns that sometimes the greatest strength comes from the relationships we build. Can Yona reclaim her kingdom, or will the betrayals she's faced forever haunt her? Stay tuned to find out. Blast of Tempest. Mahiro and Yoshino are thrust into a world of conspiracy, magic, and revenge after Mahiro's sister is killed. The betrayal cuts deep, and the two friends are left to uncover the truth behind her death, while battling dark forces that want to use them for their own ends. With each revelation, the stakes get higher, and their powers become greater, but so do the betrayals. Their quest for revenge isn't just about uncovering secrets, it's about confronting their own weaknesses and the guilt that drives them. The deeper they dig, the more tangled the web of betrayal becomes, and the more dangerous their enemies turn out to be. Will Mahiro and Yoshino uncover the truth, or will their search for revenge consume them both? Number 1, Code Geass. Lelouch of the Rebellion. Lelouch v. Britannia's story begins with betrayal, not just from the world, but from his own family. He's a prince without a throne, cast aside in favor of a ruthless empire. But when he's given the power of Geass, everything changes. He becomes the mastermind behind a rebellion that threatens to overturn the entire world order. The more Lelouch's power grows, the more complex his journey becomes, as he's forced to decide what kind of man he wants to be in the wake of all the betrayal. With his intellect, charisma, and ruthless ambition, Lelouch is more than just a leader. He's a force that reshapes the world. But every decision comes with consequences, and as Lelouch's enemies close in, the ultimate betrayal waits just around the corner. Can Lelouch maintain his ideals while fighting against everything that's been thrown at him, or will the weight of betrayal finally break him? There you have it, the top 10 anime where the weak MC is betrayed but comes back overpowered. Which one got you most excited? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to dive deeper into the world of unexpected romances, don't miss my video on top 10 romance anime where popular girls fall hard for unpopular boys. Hit the end screen and let's explore those heartwarming and sometimes shocking love stories together. See you there.